Breaking news today.
Please subscribe and then check notification box to get all breaking news alerts.
Smug actress Mila Kunis recently announced that she has been peacefully protesting. In fact, she thinks that she's derived quite a brilliant plan to make her sentiments known, where she donates to Planned Parenthood in the name of Vice President Mike Pence. However, she's not laughing anymore after what fed-up Americans did days after learning of her devious scheme. While Mila Kunis was appearing on the TBS late-night talk show Conan, she was confronted about a political stunt that she's secretly been doing. Apparently unashamed, she admitted that she has been peacefully protesting against Vice President Mike Pence and his pro-life political beliefs. Come to find out, she's been sending monthly donations to Planned Parenthood in Pence's name. "I disagreed with some of the stuff that Pence was doing and was trying to do," explained Kunis, according to The Hill. "And so, as a reminder that there are women in the world that may or may not agree with his platform, I put him on a list of reoccurring donations that are made in his name to Planned Parenthood." Kunis continued, "Every month, to his office, he gets a little letter that says an anonymous donation has been made in your name." She added, "I don't look at it as a prank. I look at it just as, I strongly disagree with him, and this is my little way of showing it." Of course, as a smug member of liberal Hollywood, she was proud to admit what she had been doing, as she smiled from ear to ear and even giggled like a schoolgirl. However, she's no longer laughing after Americans found out about her shameful, disrespectful tactics and were understandably furious. Kunis didn't exactly think her protest through, and she may now be facing the consequences of it. As a spokesperson for Jim Beam, her political stunt may have backfired for the bourbon brand. When Pence supporters and pro-life activists heard what she's been quietly doing, they were rightfully furious and immediately took to social media to launch a #BoycottBeam campaign, according to Fox News. Many consumers called for the brand to end its association with Kunis altogether. At Jim Beam: "After drinking Jim Beam for 30 years I'm done. Your spokeswoman Kunis donates to Planned Parenthood in Pence's name. #BoycottBeam," one Twitter user wrote. Another said, "If you continue with Mila, I will have to discontinue with Jim Beam. Jim Beam equals for selling baby body parts and abortions." Of course, one user partially defended Jim Beam by saying, "I doubt Jim Beam knew about Mila's actions," before adding the obvious, "But now that they do, they need to drop her or I will also have to drop Beam." However, some users decided to take a different approach and came up with the ultimate payback. Taking a page from Kunis's book, they decided to send donations to another organization in Mila's name to peacefully protest her political views. As one user explained, Mila Kunis set up monthly donations in Veep's name. "I'm contributing to National Right to Life in her name, sending memos to her. Who's in?" Of course, there were several people who agreed and instantly offered to do the same. Mila Kunis set up monthly donations in Veep's name. "I'm contributing to National Right to Life in her name, sending memos to her. Who's in?" Buckeye Brenda, at Buckeye_Brenda, November 5, 2017. Entitled "Liberal Elites in Hollywood Are Really Out of Touch with the Average American." Clearly, they don't realize that most Americans do not find the disrespect of the Vice President of the United States to be amusing, especially when doing something that uses his own name to spit on his religious views. That's not tolerance or coexisting. It's bullying, it's rude, and it's immature. If Mila Kunis was aiming to get attention, she certainly did, but not in the way she wanted. If Jim Beam knows what's good for them, they will quickly distance themselves from this liberal loudmouth. She's entitled to her opinion, but when she's pulling a political stunt that's a slap in the face to the vice president and bragging about it publicly while she's the public face of their brand as their spokesperson, that's another story. Mila Kunis and others like her might rethink such decision once Jim Beam makes an example of her and she loses her contract after she decided to open her mouth about her disrespectful behavior in the form of her secret anonymous donation in Pence's name. It's only a matter of time before we hear how much her smug antics backfired, leaving her regretting her choice to have her disgusting protest. Share the story and leave a comment by clicking one of the buttons below. Follow us on Facebook at Mad World News.